Have you ever mentioned you were thinking about something? A new job, a new deal, a change, before you'd actually decided? And watched everyone around you shift before you'd even made up your mind? You didn't do anything wrong. You just let them see the move before it was a move. That costs you more than you think. Today, 4 laws about hiding your next move. The ones that separate people who get outmaneuvered from people who are already 3 steps ahead before anyone even notices they've started moving. Career changes, negotiations, business deals. Doesn't matter where. And stay with me until the end, because I'll tell you about the year I learned this the hard way, long before I ever sat across a boardroom table. Picture a chess match for a second. Your opponent can see every piece on the board. What they can't see is which piece you're about to move, or why. The moment they know your plan, they stop guessing. They just defend against it. Most people play with their next 3 moves visible to anyone paying attention. Keep that board in your head. We're coming back to it. Law 1. The moment they know your next move, they've already countered it. Here's why this works the way it does. People don't just react to what you do. They react to what they expect you to do next, and they start preparing for it early. Say you're thinking about asking for a raise, or thinking about leaving for another offer, and you mention it too soon, in the wrong room. Now your manager has weeks to prepare a counter, weeks to quietly start building your replacement, weeks to shape the outcome before you've even made your case. I've watched founders do this too. Casually mention to a room full of investors that they're exploring a second term sheet before they actually have one, just to seem in demand. Word gets back to the first investor within a day. Either way, the founder gave up control of the timeline the moment they said it out loud. Announce your move, and you've already given them time to answer it before they use it against you. If your attention just drifted a little right there, that's normal. It's also exactly the moment worth noticing, because it's the same moment people check out of a negotiation, a meeting, a hard conversation. Whoever doesn't check out first wins it. Law 2. Ambiguity is leverage, and certainty is a gift you give away for free. As long as your position stays unclear, the other side has to prepare for every version of what you might do, and that costs them more than just telling them ever would. Think about a company weighing 2 partnership offers. The smart move isn't announcing which one they're leaning toward. The same thing plays out in a job search. The candidate who says, "I'm only talking to you," gets a slower, smaller offer. Certainty ends the negotiation. Ambiguity keeps it running in your favor. Law 3. What they don't know about you, they'll imagine. And people rarely imagine less than the truth. Silence doesn't stay empty. The moment you withhold information, the other side's mind fills the gap on its own. A competitor who says nothing about their plans gets treated like they're planning something enormous. A person who stays quiet about a decision gets treated like they've already made it. You don't have to prove you're capable of something. You just have to let the silence do the guessing for you. I've seen this happen inside a single team. One person goes quiet about a project for 2 weeks, and by the time they resurface, half the room already assumes they've been building something impressive. What they don't know, they'll assume, and the assumption usually works in your favor. Law 4. The best move is the one nobody saw coming, because nobody was still watching for it. Attention is limited, and the moment you stop looking dangerous, most people stop paying attention to you at all. Let them underestimate you. That's not a disadvantage. That's the opening. A company that looks like it's just maintaining, just coasting, is often the one quietly closing the deal that changes everything, while its competitors are watching someone louder. The loud move gets studied, picked apart, countered before it even lands. The quiet one gets missed entirely, right up until it's already done. Power moves when no one's still watching. Here's the cold truth about all of this that people get wrong. They hear, "hide your intentions," and think it means being secretive, being shady, playing games. It's not that. Hiding your next move isn't about deception. It's about never owing anyone your plans before they're ready. They can't manipulate what they can't read, and that protection is worth more than being easy to get along with. You were taught that having a plan means announcing it, defending it, explaining yourself the second someone pushes back. That's backwards. The people with the most control in any room are usually the ones who never told the room what they were planning to do in the first place. This will make some people uncomfortable, and it will cost you a little bit of the easy warmth that comes from being an open book. They'll call you guarded, hard to read, closed off. Let them. That discomfort is the price, and it's a small one compared to what you keep by paying it. Being easy to read was never actually working in your favor. I'm not telling you to lie to anyone. I'm telling you that silence about your own plans isn't a lie. It's just not their information yet. Here's how this one actually found me. Not from a book, from my own life. I have Tourette's. Tics I never asked for and could never fully hide. Not as a kid, and not now. For years that meant sleepless nights, and mornings walking into a classroom where people had already decided something about me before I'd said a word. School didn't know what to do with that. At one point it got bad enough that I left and did the rest of it from home for a while. Eventually I went back. Nobody made the second version of it easier. I still had to sit in rooms full of people, deciding in real time whether I belonged there. Sports is where I actually learned any of this. Not because it fixed the tics. It didn't. But it gave me something to control when almost nothing else felt controllable. My effort, my discipline, how hard I showed up the day after a bad one. I spent years pushing through pressure from people who had opinions about who I should be. And most of that pressure had more to do with their own comfort than with me. I couldn't hide what my body did in front of a room, so I got very deliberate about everything else. What I said, when I said it, what I let people see coming before I let them see it. That's not a technique I picked up from a book. That's just what was left to control once I stopped pretending I could control the rest. I'm not telling you this to inspire you. I'm telling you because it's the only reason I actually trust what I just taught you. So, 4 laws. Let your plans stay yours until you're ready to use them. Let the silence do the guessing for you. Let them prepare for every version of what you might do, because they don't actually know which one is real. Say less about where you're headed, and watch how much more room you have to move. If you're done tipping off every move before you make it, the next video shows you exactly how to read the room before anyone reads you. Subscribe, and I'll see you inside the Empire.